Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. As you can tell, my background is different. Again, I've been doing a lot of traveling. We are actually currently back home, so I do need you to check and tell me if you can hear me. Because I basically set this up right before I went live, and just making sure that sound quality is good before we get going. But we're here at our house, and behind me you can see a little bit of our property. It's kind of nice. So we figured this would be an awesome background since I don't have my office set up yet and I don't have my green screen. But little by little we are moving forward. So, welcome. Hello, Jeanette. Hello, Nellie. Hello, Christiane, Anna. Hello, Bernadine. Hello, Nancy. Good to see you guys. You and a whistle. Yeah, the whistle is probably my little battery. I'm going to put it down on the floor. And buzzing in the background. Yeah, those sounds are just going to be mostly normal. Let's see, this is going to be better now. My husband's moving the battery, so that should make it better. Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot better. Okie dokie. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. Okay. Hello, Courtney. Welcome in. All right, so hopefully that is a little bit better. Thank you for working with me. All of the broadcasts this week are going to be like this. So yeah, she said better. Yay! Okay, good. That was just the battery because I have the light plugged into like a battery charger thing. And so it has a little fan in it. And so the fan is like, you know, it's too hot. It's Arizona. The fan's like on full blast. Okay, good. I'm glad that it is better. Hello, Raessa. Welcome in. Okay, so we can kind of dive into what we're going to be covering. I'm already sweating. This is gross. Sorry. I'm going to go a little higher. Hang on. Let's see. There. It feels better. All right. So before we actually dive in, so what we're going to talk about in this video is the new moon in Leo that is happening this weekend. and I'm actually really excited about it. Welcome to Leo season. I don't think I've done a video since Leo season started. Love that we can see your place in the process. I know. So behind me, so this like opening, today it was closed off with plywood, and today it was so hot. It's been so hot. We're dying. And so we're like, let's take off the plywood from that one framed area, because we're going to make a door, like a giant barn door. And so we took it off, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, that would actually make a great temporary background for my broadcast this week. And it's so much but nicer for me, because I get to use my Apple computer, and this is so much easier for me to do my broadcast from here. And it's much more better streamlined and all that good stuff. So yeah, you guys are gonna pretty much get to see the whole process. Eventually I'm gonna be back with the green screen once we get this other area that's over here to my right closed off, and we're gonna install an AC, and then I'll be able to set up my office and have a place to like get out of the heat from, and it's gonna be amazing. But also, it's already pretty much August, and we're gonna start the weather is gonna start getting better, like less hot, because I remember last year it was super hot during July. It was like the hottest month of the whole year. And then August, the monsoon season started, and so every day, like every afternoon, we would get like thunderstorms and afternoon showers, and with lightning and all this stuff, which is actually kind of fun. And then it would cool off, and so it just kind of keeps it a little bit cooler throughout like the rest of the summer. And then, oh my God, we are basically halfway through the summer. Like literally tomorrow is August 1st, which is Ludnasa, which is the Celtic festival. It's a cross-quarter holiday between the summer and the fall, and it celebrates the middle of the summer. So it's like midsummer. I always think of Midsummer Night's Dream, that play from Shakespeare, but it's literally we're halfway through the summer now. I can't even believe it, like how fast things are freaking moving right now. So yes, all very, very exciting things. And yes, you guys will get to watch the movement of all of that, the progression of all of that. It's your mom's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Mom. Very awesome. So we are going to talk about the new moon in Leo. I'm going to talk about the astrology. I'm going to talk about, we're going to look at the chart. And we're also going to read about the gene key. That's Jeanette. She's using, I think, is it your grandchild's YouTube account or something like that? Gamer account. But anyways, yes, the first harvest. Yes, it's the gathering in. It's the celebration of the gathering in. And we're going to talk about the gene key, which is a really cool one, by the way. And then tomorrow, I want to make this announcement, and I want you guys to know I am going to be doing mini readings. So tomorrow night, we're going to be right back here doing mini readings. You can get on the list. There's already two people on the list, or 2 readings on the list for tomorrow. So I have a feeling it's going to get filled up. So you can sign up anytime, and I'll be going live at 6. We'll be doing readings live from 6 to about 8-ish. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. Yeah, her grandson's account. There we go. But it's Jeanette. Pillowman 2 is Jeanette. Okay, so before we actually dive in, I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a little screen share and talk about just one thing that is really, really exciting. But give me 1 second here. And when I lean in and it gets dark, you can see the background, which I think is actually pretty cool. So, okay, let me do a screen share here, and ta-da! All right, so I want to talk about the Interpreting Astrology School and Mentorship. We had our orientation on July 20th, but truly our first session doesn't start until August 10th. So you have time to sign up. We have a group of, I think, 15 people so far. It's going to be so much fun. You have until August 10th to decide, but honestly, like, I think people are going to be joining. I'm gonna leave it open for people to join, because we're going to be recording everything, and there's going to be replays for everything. But here's the deal. If you have been wanting, desiring to learn how to read astrology, basically to become an astrologer, this is what this interpreting astrology school and mentorship is all about. We're going to be meeting 2 times a month for 12 months in a row. And each month we're going to cover a topic and do a lecture, and then all be handed the same chart to study, or charts to study, depending on the topic. Then we're going to do our homework on our own, and when we come back together, we're going to share our findings, basically. And I'm going to encourage everyone to be brave and share with everyone how you read the chart. And that's the part that's the mentorship. So you're going to be learning about different topics, and the topics are right here, but there's going to be more. It's going to be the fundamentals of astrology, the planets, the signs, the houses, the aspects, natal charts, transits, progressions, synastry, relationships, soul contracts in your natal chart, moon cycles, retrogrades, and like so much more. Like there's always added things in my classes. I always end up adding a whole bunch of stuff. We even already added like pet charts, like looking at the astrology of our pets or the human design of our pets. But yeah, we're going to be checking out all of these awesome things together and learning how to read the astrology. So I'm super excited. This is the first class ever that is only focused on astrology, on teaching astrology, learning how to interpret charts, and guiding and mentoring basically our small group. So we have 15 so far, which is like freaking amazing. We're also going to partner up, and we're all going to have like a buddy to study with and be in contact with in between classes, so that we can learn even more. So you can check this out. There's a link in the description of the video, but you can go to my website, channelforgrace.com. There's also a free giveaway, so everyone that signs up for the class gets entered to win a free copy of my Seasons and Stargates book, which we're going to look at right now with the new moon information, your annual astrology guide for 2024 and 2025, which is the book that we are using in the membership to walk through the Atlantean year, which is what I refer to the astrological year. But it really is all about learning how to work with our own natal chart and follow the astrology year in our natal chart. Like, how is this affecting us personally? Obviously, collectively, there's always a theme, but in our own chart, it helps us to get a lot more clear about what it is that we're experiencing with the transits. So super exciting. Can't wait. August 10th is our first day. And then the most important thing is the pricing. So this is $50 a month if you want to do the payment plan, or if you want to pay in full, it's $600. The two options are there on the website. You just click one or the other. And once you make your payment, you're going to be directed to the link that is the official access link. You either create a login and password if you don't have one for our global community, or you just log in to your existing account, and then you'll automatically see the class, the events, our private group chat, all the epic things that come with the class. So super excited. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And there is also another astrology school, which I'll mention real quick. I might as well, since we're here. The Goddess Astrology School, that begins August 22nd. So this one is going to be different. This is a weekly class. We're going to meet for 6 weeks, I believe, on Thursdays. I think it's Thursday evenings. And for the 6 weeks, we're going to dive into all topics of the goddess. The dark goddess, the light goddess, the Egyptian asteroids, the Atlantean goddesses, the maid and the mother, the crone, the moon magic, goddess Venus, and then the natal Venus, star point Venus, Venus phases in your chart. Like, it's all goddess astrology, and how to find the goddess in a chart and interpret it. And basically what you really end up finding is how do you embody the archetype of the goddess, and like how how much of sort of like the dark goddess you embody, the light goddess you embody, and all these energies that make up who you are and how you express it in your life, in how you are, in your unique design. So super awesome as well. Same giveaway going on for that class. This one is, I made it super affordable. So no excuses. No, I'm just kidding. But I know the economy's crazy. So I wanted to make sure that people could take the class if they really wanted to. And so it's only $222 if you want to pay in full, or you can pay $111 for 2 months. And that's the payment plan. If that doesn't work for you and you're looking for something different, contact me, because I'm willing to work with people on this. But this is really exciting too. channelforgrace.com to check out all of the things that I offer. Can't freaking wait. So thank you for letting me share that information with all of you. This is really the only place where I kind of promote myself. So I appreciate your patience with that. Jeanette says she signed up. What's the length for August 10th? 2 to 3 hours. I would give yourself a 3-hour period, but the schedule is 2 hours, but most likely, usually we go over in my classes. So give yourself 2 to 3 hours. And again, I will be recording. So, and there'll be replays. I do not recommend that you miss classes, but if you have to, there's going to be a replay. The astrology class, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Yes. And then Jeanette says she's going to be signing up for the Goddess Astrology class too. Yay! Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. So let's talk about this new moon in Leo, which is actually so cool because I love Leo season. I have a Leo moon, so for me, whenever the moon is in Leo, it's really exciting. And then this time of the year, I feel like I always feel really good during Leo season, just in general. And also I think it might be like that for everybody because the sun is in its strength and we all feel good, when the sun feels strong. Leo is a fire sign. It's passion. It activates that desire to express yourself fully, to be yourself, to love others, to be seen, to be acknowledged, to be loved, to love, all these things. Leo is just so great, it's an amazing energy, and it's fixed fire, so it holds that frequency, and the fire, meaning the energy of the fire, holds energy, and it sustains. It's an energy that sustains, so this can sustain in a lot of ways. I am so sweaty, it's so gross. Sorry. This is gonna take some time getting used to. Yes, Nancy said sweat lodge it up. Losing weight while we broadcast. Okay, so what are the cool things about this new moon? So the chakra first of all, this new moon is happening on August 4th, and this is literally straight from my book. I'm actually noticing that the Wi-Fi is acting up. So the Wi-Fi is jumping because it's probably jumping to the next satellite. So if it freezes for a second, it just came back, so we're good. And my husband's okay. All right. I don't care for Leos. Shut up, Dawn. I'm just kidding. So this new moon is happening on August 4th, 12 degrees and 33 minutes of Leo. The energy of Leo invites us to love ourselves, to shine bright in who we are and love with a big heart. Leo wants to be seen and recognized, and we may also feel this need at this time. I don't know if I said this, but this is straight from my book. This is also a time where we can feel more creative and joyful or playful. In general, a new moon is all about setting intentions for our new 28.5-day cycle. It is a time to tune into what we want to manifest and to plant the seeds that will ultimately grow from this moment on. This new moon activates the solar plexus chakra and the digestive system. This means this is time for us to use our willpower to take action towards what our heart truly desires. This is also time to pay attention to how you are digesting things in life. If something doesn't feel right or literally causes any indigestion, you have to think about whether this is the right thing for you. Let's look at the actual chart to see what are some of the important aspects that this moon, what am I looking for here? That this moon is making. So the way that you could tell that a new moon is happening is that you see the sun and the moon making a conjunction. And so this one is happening exactly at 12 degrees and 33 minutes. And it's interesting because a coincidence, a synchronicity, that the gene key that this moon is happening in is the 33rd gene key. So that's actually pretty cool, pretty sweet coincidence. But that's how you know it's a new moon. The sun and the moon are together. They are conjunct. It's happening at 12 degrees. So then we have to look at what are some of the aspects that are happening with this moon. For example, I feel like one of the more beautiful ones, or maybe activating ones, is a sextile to Jupiter and Mars, who are pretty close together. And they are really magnifying the effect of this moon. Gemini and Leo energy, they're actually really cool together. I mean, I'm biased, right? I have like all this stuff in Gemini, and then I've got moon in Leo, and my moon is at 0 degrees. So I'm very Leo in that sense, but also very Gemini. But I feel like it's a good combo. So I feel positive about it. I don't know about you guys. So Mars, actually, if we look even deeper, is at 9 degrees during this new moon. And exactly at 9 degrees is a star called Aldebaran. And then at 16 degrees, there's a star called Rigel, which is an Orion starseed marking. So this is a big deal. Yeah, I know. Mars is the planet of drive and motivation. Aldebaran is the eye of the bull, the all-seeing eye of the bull. And it is a call to, when you go deeper down this rabbit hole of what is Aldebaran, it connects to Archangel Michael, who is the countenance of Christ. He's like in the image, like the closest angel to God. He's a warrior of the light. He cuts the cords. He has a sword, right? The sword of truth, who cuts the cords to the things that like don't serve. So Archangel Michael, Mars, it's like the drive and motivation to fucking chop off their heads, in a positive way. Yeah, did I just say that? I just said that. But you know what I mean? It's like an angel like coming to like fight for the light. So I think it's really beautiful. And then Jupiter on Rigel and Orion, which is basically the Akashic of the universe, the ninth dimension, the void, where it all comes from. That's the void is the yin. It's the yin matter. Is the sacred divine feminine frequency like underneath that. It's like dark matter is yin. It's feminine. So even though Orion is a very masculine energy, because the ninth dimension and that portal to the void, Orion is a map. And you can go find out from Matias De Stefano, who has a lot of videos on Gaia TV, what he means by that. But it's an actual literal spiral map to the center of the universe. We are very lucky here on Earth to have that. So I think it's really awesome. But that is the void and the dark matter that basically makes up everything. So it's also access to the Akashic of the universe. So this moon making a sextile to that place, it's like they're working together. There's something that needs to be like seen and heard, because Leo is going to be seen and heard, you know? So it's like we're being backed in that way. The other beautiful aspect that I love is that there's a trine to the North Node, which means simultaneously basically a sextile to the South Node, but we focus on the North Node because it's like destiny, life path, like purpose. And North Node Aries is finding the courage to be yourself no matter what, follow your path, be the fool. You're going on the hero's journey and you got to do it alone. South Node Libra is about letting go of basically toxic relationships that are holding you back from going for what you want, going on your journey of healing. And it's beautiful that this moon is trining that energy, because it means that it's inviting us in a harmonious way, in an easy flow kind of way, to be that warrior. And you know, Mars rules Aries. Mars is on Aldebaran, you know, warrior of the light. Aries energy is also where Andromeda lives in the sky with the fixed stars, and Andromeda is all about the liberation of the soul. So it's close to a star called Vertex, actually. So it is an Andromeda stargate there as well. I mean, all of these things are actually really beautiful. There's other really awesome things in terms of stargates. You've got Venus at 29. 29 degrees is Regulus, the star at the heart of the lion. And this is the lion. Leo is the lion. So Regulus being activated by Venus is really beautiful for this moon. Venus rules our relationships and what we truly desire. To be seen and be heard, to shine bright, for people to like value us, you know? That is really truly what Leo wants. And so it knows it's great, you know, but not everybody obviously can see our greatness or our qualities or like the things that we love. So we have to like be louder, you know, chant louder, pray louder, you know. That reminds me of this like a vocal recording on one of Nako's songs. There's a woman's voice, I can't remember her name, but yeah, August 4th is when this moon is happening. And Jeanette says, I have 12th house Gemini. Yeah. Yeah, this is a powerful energy. Just reading some of the comments real quick. Let's see what else is going on here. Well, Venus is not exactly squaring Uranus, but kind of. And that can bring up like unexpected things that show up in our lives that can be scary and uncomfortable, but also like if we view it the right way, it can be very exciting. Like exciting change is coming, you know? And that's pretty amazing. So there's also, actually, believe it or not, and I'm going to point this out because I think I heard the Leo King talking about it, but I just saw it right now. I'm like looking at the chart and being like, what else? Okay, so here's Venus, and the ruler of this moon is the sun. So sun's right there. But look at this. This is a quincunx, an exact quincunx, 29 degrees to Neptune, and then pretty much exact 1 degree away, quincunx, to Pluto at 0 degrees of Aquarius, and obviously that's going to be a sextile from Pluto to Neptune, which creates what we call in astrology a yod. A yod is known as a finger of God. So the finger of God points to Venus on Regulus, the star at the heart of the lion, which if we dig deeper into Regulus, it's Archangel Raphael, who is actually the angel of healing. And when you call on Archangel Raphael, you're working with the bright green light, which is healing the heart. Green is the color of the heart chakra. So it's like healing from the heart, and it's Venus, which is relationship, but also what we truly desire. It's our relationship to other people, our relationship to money also. And then Neptune sextile Pluto, I think, is beautiful because it's a heightening of intuition and an ability to see like the deeper sense of things, like a deeper understanding of everything. And it's a harmonious aspect because it is a sextile. So Neptune is enhancing our intuition. Neptune is also retrograde too, and so is Pluto. So there's an aspect of reflection about this energy, that we're reflecting on all these things, on relationships. And also because Venus is dispositing the South Node in Libra, it's working through karma, relationship karma that we're doing through this new moon is like unveiling a lot of that, pointing towards the exact thing that you need to work on to like truly heal, which I think is really beautiful. So yeah, finger of God also almost exact, really strong energy. So that's what we're looking at in terms of the aspects of the moon. And this is what I wrote about basically what all this means. Relationships are going to be in the limelight during this time, especially big energy in terms of wanting to share your love. We're going to feel passionate and alive as well. Focus on how to bring this love with you into the future of your relationships. We may also experience unexpected events that affect the stability of our relationships, and so have to be open to change. It is important to move quickly forward towards what you want, despite any uncertainty, tension, or crisis. In order to leave behind that which does not serve you, you need to reflect on the past and learn from it. Like, whoa, that's super badass. That's amazing. I was like, I wrote that? Okay, so here's where we transition next. The gene keys. And guess what the gene key is of this moon? It's the 33rd. Talk about sacred numbers. The description of, and what I do here if you're new, I'm going to read a little bit from the book. This book is by Richard Rudd. If you don't know what the gene keys are, you're welcome. I'm just kidding. Look it up. Find your gene keys chart and dive into this information, which is like phenomenal. But I'm going to read the city and talk a little bit about this energy. So the descriptive phrase of this gene key is the final revelation. Like what? Pretty crazy, right? This gene key goes from the shadow of forgetting to the gift of mindfulness to the city of revelation. So we're going to talk about what revelation is really all about. What revelation is this talking about? And that's what I love to find out about these amazing gene keys. So this is adding information to everything that we've already talked about. The 33rd city, revelation, divine closure. The three great stages of human awakening are captured here within the ring of trials and 3 stop codons in your DNA. The first stage, represented by this 33rd shadow of forgetting, is the realization that you are in hell. Or, in the words of the Buddha's first noble truth, all life is suffering. The second stage, represented by the 56th shadow of distraction, is the process through which your suffering is gradually transcended. The third and final stage, represented by the 12th shadow of vanity, is the confrontation with the true nature of self. As you rise into higher and purer frequencies, The secrets of the higher realms are released sporadically into your lower nature, and over time, your physical DNA begins to mutate to accommodate these higher frequency wavelengths. Once your DNA has mutated to a sufficient degree to handle these higher frequencies permanently, it is ready to receive the full force of the Siddhic realms. When the 33rd city dawns, all that you were is forgotten, and all that you could be is remembered. Wow! Oh my God. Okay, that's epic so far. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. The fullness of the Siddhic state causes time to disintegrate and memory along with it. It is not that you lose your physical memory. Rather, your mind can no longer interfere with the purity of consciousness, which flushes the sanskaras out of your whole being. That has to do with karma. With no direct connection to the past or future, there is now only infinite time, a concept that cannot be possibly grasped in words. Revelation is a flood. Whoa. Since the beginning of human culture, there have been beliefs and myths that once, long ago, a civilization existed, a golden age, in which utter harmony ruled and there was peace upon earth. Those are myths. Those same myths also relate that when this age came to an end, humanity forgot how to love and be in harmony with life. Thus, our existence, hello Mama O, was erased by a great deluge or flood that swept the world clean, leaving but a handful of survivors. Mythology holds many hidden secrets. Above all else, such myths conceal the hidden codes of life in pictorial form. Every myth has arisen directly out of the human genetic code, which contains all mysteries in its primal links. This is why the great sages have guided us to look within ourselves for the kingdom of heaven. Hello, Venus. The myth of the flood and deluge, whether partially based on historical fact or not, is a deep symbol within the human psyche, the symbol of revelation. After the flood, there is always a sign, a dove, a rainbow, the symbol of a new world. The flood itself is a memory of our own future. Its existence testifies that we will each one day be washed clean by the overwhelming tsunami of consciousness, and that your existence as a separate individualized creature will one day end. Thus, revelation brings an end to endings. It ends all myths, it ends evolution, and it ends humanity. When revelation comes, the universe itself will disappear. You cannot really say that a new world will appear out of the old one, because time itself will dissolve. Therefore, all worlds, words, thoughts, and symbols will also disappear, since they depend upon time for their existence. Out of revelation comes true silence. The beings manifesting this city have nothing whatsoever to say, and if they do so speak, it is to say that there is nothing whatsoever to say. There are many amusing ways to say this. Of course, the city is also about remembering. It is literally, as the words suggest, remembering. Who can guess who has, I've talked about this in a broadcast. Who can guess who has this jinky? Matias de Stefano, and he calls himself the Rememberer. To enter into all the separate members of your greater body until you realize there is only one of everything. Dude, Matias this is this teaching. True remembering is a kind of denotation inside you, a flash flood that wipes out your past and reveals the greatest mystery of all, the mystery of the eternal now. Apart from the obvious enlightenment that comes with every Siddhic state of consciousness, there are other natural manifestations of this city. The one who is swept away by the 33rd city also brings a sense of closure to the world. The presence of this city in the world signifies the end of an era or an epoch. True revelations always emerge at natural end times in human history, and they often leave behind strange sounding prophecies about the next age. The city is also known as a great revealer of hidden secrets. It releases unique secrets through its vehicles into the collective consciousness. Because of its unusual status in this regard, it can also be said to be an archetypal connection to evolutions beyond human consciousness, such as the angelic kingdoms. Every stop codon in your DNA precedes a start codon of another strand of interlinked code. Even though we may talk of evolution coming to an end, there are kingdoms that exist beyond our concept of evolution. The 33rd city is an access portal to these higher and wider realities that begin where you, the human being, come to an end. Whenever we discuss the Siddhic consciousness, we find ourselves in a world riddled with paradox. From the point of view of the ultimate, there is no world, no evolution, and no point of view. However, the human vehicles that awaken to the Siddhic level always release something unique into the collective consciousness of humanity before they die. And this something always contributes to the evolution of human consciousness. In other words, even though the story has ended for such beings, their awakening fits into and contributes to the story of humanity. They too are players in the great drama, and they must play their roles before they leave, even though they know there is no one to leave and nowhere to go. This is Matthias, you guys. This is the testament of the 64 cities. Each city is still a limited expression of the infinite. The 33rd city actually reveals the individual and collective mythology of enlightenment. Enlightenment itself evolves, even though the state remains absolute. Do you see my dog in the background? She's so cute. The means by which humanity awakens as a totality has its own storyline within the Maya. By opening us up to higher realities and angelic frequencies that lie beyond our physical DNA, the 33rd city accelerates the evolution of human consciousness. This is such a paradox because the Siddhic consciousness knows that higher consciousness and even notions such as frequency are themselves illusion. Human DNA does have miraculous qualities hidden inside that are activated by the Siddhic frequencies, but it also has its limitations. Other vehicles exist beyond the binary code of DNA, and they exist in higher dimensions, in what we call the subtle bodies. Thus, the great cosmic drama unfolds, and every individual moves through progressive revelations before arriving at the ultimate revelation. The consciousness within form always has a storyline to follow. The trick is to fall in love with your own story and follow it without holding anything back. Two things are then assumed. Firstly, you will arrive at the story's end. And secondly, your own story will be utterly unique and unlike anyone else's. This is why it can be so distracting for you to hear someone else's story about how they attained an enlightened state, or what disciplines or teachings they followed in order to reach that state. The truth is that nothing you do or don't do changes when and how you reach that ultimate. You simply have to have faith in your own storyline. Damn, Raessa. She just said the 33rd is her pearl. This is also why it is so rare for humans to attain these states. There is no one to follow. The path is virgin and wild, and when your revelation finally dawns, it does so without you even being there. That's crazy. That's awesome. I freaking love that. So, as I melt over here with the light on me, not even kidding, I am sweating like a pig right now. Being all shiny on camera. Look at my hair. The revelation is unveiled. Just kidding. But that's how powerful this new moon in Leo is, and how amazing and magical it's going to unfold uniquely in all of our lives. So pay attention to where this is happening in your chart. This energy is like right there somewhere, right? I think it's in my second house, which for me is about knowing my value, knowing what I want, knowing the quality of what I want, the kind of things I want, and being able to manifest them, bring them into the world of material. Hello, Oliver. Welcome in. Satnam just arrived. We are reading about the new moon in Leo. I just finished. We're about to be done, but definitely watch the replay if you missed it. So you guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for supporting me and supporting this channel. Glowing, not sweating. I am excited. I'm going to be live like every day this week. Tomorrow we have, if you're not in the membership, in the Starseed membership, join us. We're doing our group ritual for Ludna Sa, the cross-quarter holiday that marks the midsummer. On Friday, I'm doing mini readings. Get on the list for Friday night mini readings. I'm so excited. Haven't done them in a while. Saturday, new moon human design reading for this new moon in Leo. The book that I was reading from is The Gene Keys, Embracing Your Higher Purpose by Richard Rudd. And then on Sunday night, I'm going to do an Akashic reading for the new moon. So I hope to see you guys there. Also check out the classes. August 10th, Interpreting Astrology School and Mentorship begins, a year-long class. And August 22nd, Goddess Astrology School. Check it out. A lot of fun things coming up. Super amazing. I hope to see you all there. Satnam.
Welcome to the channel of grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrologer